The beaches, the food, the weather are all great. The people are really what make Puerto Vallarta, Mexico one of the best cities in the world. What's our day look like today?
Pancakes!
Pancakes?
No, pancakes.
What's our day really look like?
We're flying to, today we're visiting, there's a hummingbird. Today we're gonna visit LA, and then we're gonna visit El Paso. We really are, but we'll only be in the airport in LA. But we've never been to California, and we're so excited to see Terminal 2.
Tell people who don't know what we're doing, what are we doing?
We are going to, drumroll please, the New Mexico. My parents spend about a month there in the summers, and we are looking forward to some mountain fresh air. We'll be there tomorrow morning.
Well, we've done zero packing for our trip.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what we're gonna pack because it's like, it was 48 degrees there this morning, and the shirt I'm wearing is the most warm shirt I have. I mean, you know what my wardrobe is. It's like one tank top after another. So it's gonna be cold.
One athlete of the month shirt.
Oh jeez. Okay. So we've got to pack. We've talked about going somewhere for lunch, enjoying one last lunch here in Puerto Vallarta for our week-long break. And we're headed to the airport around 3:45. But we're gonna try and pack in as much work, packing and eating in the next few hours. Vámonos. We have a major problem. And by major, I mean minor. We are trying to plan out our day. Our flight leaves sometime at 5, so of course, in typical Connecticut fashion, we've been trying to plan our food out. We plan on having Subway for dinner because we know that's at the airport. We know it's pretty filling, pretty affordable. It's a heck of a lot better than Johnny Rockets at the airport. We usually don't knock too many restaurants, but we had a pretty terrible experience at Johnny Rockets.
So bad.
It was bad. Yeah, sorry, Johnny.
You have to talk to Mr. Rocket about that one. Hillary's got jokes.
Okay. But the only thing we can think of for lunch is sandwiches. We really like the Italian deli place. I feel like we go there every time right before a trip. We go to the Italian deli. So that means we're having sandwiches for lunch and sandwiches for dinner. But you can never have too many sandwiches, right? It's only like 10:30, but I'm starving. Here we are in the Italian deli. I've got prosciutto, salami, cheddar cheese. It was supposed to be provolone, but they ran out of provolone. Lettuce, tomato. Hillary got...
I'm just dissecting.
She's dissecting hers. She usually gets turkey breasts. They didn't have any turkey breasts. They only had chicken. So I think she's making her a veggie sandwich. Lots of chipotle on there. It's gonna be spicy. The good news is that I finally got all my stuff packed for our trip to New Mexico. Bad news, I'm not quite sure it's all gonna fit. Well, we managed to get all of our stuff into our few bags. We're getting pros at this whole packing thing, huh?
Yeah, but I'm tired.
Headed to the airport, catch our flight to LA, and then to El Paso. Once we get there, we're gonna talk all about all the things we miss when we're away from Mexico, but we'll give you one last peek at Puerto Vallarta before we get there.
I start to wonder now if this road is right. You start to spread your doubt and confuse my mind. Now when the hardest part is over.
I made it to the airport, got our bags checked, about to go to security. I realized that I forgot a very crucial part to making videos. So hopefully you see this footage. Hopefully this ends up on YouTube. Our MacBook doesn't take memory cards, so I have to use a special adapter to put the memory card in to load it in the computer. I left that at home, so I was gonna work on this video on the plane. Now I can't do that. We'll figure out a solution, that way we get this video to you. Oh, once we got to the airport, we were gonna talk about all the things that we miss when we leave Mexico. And I was about to start asking Hillary some questions, and giant pizza.
Sorry, can't talk right now.
Sbarro, huh?
That's on her mix.
Authentic Mexican food. Well, so what happened is we were closer to missing our flight. Too close for comfort, so we didn't get to film leaving Puerto Vallarta. So we are in LA now. All I know is if I ever go to jail, I want my mugshot to look something like this. They didn't let us keep the little slip of paper, unfortunately, but Hillary's picture was just as good. Pretty tight on time. This airport is, it's pretty big. I feel like we've got to walk through New York City blocks to get to Terminal 1, and then we still got to make it back to security. Hill, what's one thing you missed about Mexico when we were away? Luggage.
Everybody's in such a rush everywhere else. Like, welcome to America.
Well, I'm gonna point out an obvious one. I miss the ocean. Every time we go somewhere, I feel like I miss the ocean breeze, the nice, just sitting watching the waves come in like that. That's kind of an obvious one, but whenever we're away from PV, that's one big thing that I miss every time. My ears are still a little messed up from the flight, so I'm not sure if I'm yelling or if I'm whispering, but I can't hear anything. That's another thing you missed when we were away from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
The people?
How so?
Like, we met with U.S. Border Customs Control. It was like, get your passports out, have your picture ready. I'm not going to tell you again, there's no phones out in here. There's a sign there, there, and there.
I think we definitely always miss the people of Puerto Vallarta every time we leave. If you've never been, the beaches, the food, the weather are all great. The people are really what make Puerto Vallarta, Mexico one of the best cities in the world. Made it on our flight to El Paso. Hopefully we get to El Paso.
Our last plane almost went belly up. Literally, it's not a figurative statement.
What's another thing you missed about Puerto Vallarta?
Everything. Just take me back. It's more tranquilo. Here is anything but tranquilo.
One thing I miss is in Puerto Vallarta we don't have a car, so we don't drive anywhere. So I just miss like the overall simplicity of living in Puerto Vallarta. Our life there is what?
Spider-Man just walked by behind you.
Our lives are just very calm. They're not very complicated. We don't ever have plans. Like making these videos is the most complicated thing we do.
Hey,
I feel like
I save lives through taxes.
oh well, yeah, for me, okay, it's the most complicated thing I do, and it's not very complicated. But I feel like the moment we get in the States, I feel like we're always running around to see people and do this and that. And while all those are good, I feel like it just adds a complexity to our lives. Made it to El Paso. We're gonna stay the night in a hotel, drive to Cloudcroft, Mexico tomorrow morning. It's the third time zone of the day.
So confusing, these time
But
zones.
I still don't have a way to upload this video, so there's no telling when you're actually gonna see this. Tell us about our flight to LA.
Let's just say I was about to take my phone out of airplane mode and start sending I love you text messages. We started to take a sharp turn at like 10,000 feet or so, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, we were, yeah.
Or lower.
We were high.
And we caught a lot of turbulence, so we were already making
middle
a
of the
sharp
turn,
turn, and then we caught turbulence, so the plane went like kind of really on its side and then immediately jerked back to center. And so I did this and then got insta sweat, and then we kept descending, like we're almost to the airport, we're gonna land in 2 minutes, and then sorry about that. So we're descending, we're about 2 minutes from landing, and then all of a sudden the plane shoots into the sky, and we are no longer descending, we're headed straight back up into the sky, and I can't see ground anymore because we're going up so quickly, and I don't really know what happened, but then he put the landing gear away, which I knew was not a good idea. Greg saw us past the airport and we're rapidly climbing, and apparently there was a change in the wind direction on the ground and they can't land, so we had to loop around and do the whole thing again. And It's probably, I told Greg, it's like when pilots, for them it's like reparking a car, but for me it's like I'm saying my last prayers. But it's like if you parallel park and then need to repark your car, that's all it was to him. He was like, oh, this is just common procedure if the wind direction changes. No, they were trying to hold Greg's hand for dear life, thinking this may be the last time I ever look in your eyes.
Just felt really out of the ordinary combined with our previous turbulence.
It all happened in a matter of maybe 5 minutes or less,
yeah.
but
we
I'm
made
glad
it.
we made it to LA. It was our first time to see LA, and we got to see downtown LA twice from the air because we made 2 loops.
It's almost midnight. We are tired. It's been a long day. We're gonna leave you here at the great El Paso airport. It's actually a lot better than LaGuardia airport, I can tell you that much. Next time you see us, we might be in New Mexico. We might be back in Puerto Vallarta. I'm not sure when you're gonna see this, if you ever see this. We'll see you again sometime.
See you on the flip side.
Be sure to subscribe, click the bell, that way you get notified every time you upload a new video. Adios.
Adios, amigos.